Ms. Hernandez, your mother has been a tenant of Mr. and Mrs. Connolly for 15 years?
Correct.
And in all of those 15 years, have you ever moved to evict her mother?
No.
She's been a good tenant.
She has.
Pays her rent on time.
She does.
Apartment is kept in good order.
It is.
No.
Just a second. I'm not asking you anything. Would you let your mother live in a bad apartment? Look at me.
No.
You wouldn't. Right, because that would be disgusting of you as a child to let your mother live in a bad apartment, right?
Yes.
So she's been living in this apartment for 15 years, so it must be okay.
Okay. Yes.
Good.
Well,
Good.
let him know about
just
the
a second.
damages, Mom.
I'm not talking to you. You're the defendant. Because for 15 years they rented to your grandmother, who was a good tenant. Then they rented to you, and they rented to you what month and year?
June 1st, 2015.
And at that time you were 17 years old?
No.
How old were you?
Me, currently, I'm 32.
Oh, you're 32.
Yeah. I wish I was 17 again.
Me too.
No.
Me too.
That'd be nice.
June of 2015. And when did you move out?
I left January 11th. There's a text message. that I
January,
received.
just a second,
Yeah.
January 11th, 2016.
Yeah.
That's when you say you left.
Yeah.
When do you say she left?
She left approximately, Judge Judy, on
March 3rd.
March 3rd without any notice.
Okay, I'd like to know,
I have a 3-day notice.
I understand
Yeah.
you have a 3-day notice. That doesn't mean you left.
Yeah. Yes, I did.
That means that you got a 3-day notice to leave in
And I did.
January.
I did.
But that doesn't mean you left. When you moved out of the apartment that they were renting to you, give me the address that you moved to.
I moved to my mother's because he turned off the hot water.
Just a second.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Now, when was the last time you paid the Connollys rent?
December of 2015.
December?
Because I left and moved January 11th.
Just a second.
Yeah.
December of 2013. And how much money did you give them?
I only gave them $550,
And how much was your rent?
$800.
And what about in November? How much rent did you give them in November?
I wasn't late only for December.
I didn't ask you
there
late.
was-
Late you didn't pay them because you didn't pay them what you were supposed to. Now I'm back in November.
800.
How much rent did you pay in November?
800.
Do you have proof of that?
Yeah. I
I'd like
don't
to-
have
sh-
my
sh-
bank statements.
Why not?
Because the card that I used to withdraw money was discontinued because I upgraded my debit card. So I couldn't get all the records from the bank anymore. So
It's ridiculous. Did she pay in November? Did
She
pay in
paid
November?
us on November, I believe it was the 30th. She paid us $550 to go towards some back rent on some months that she didn't pay us.
When did she stop paying you the full $800 a month?
That would be in August of 2015. She gave us
That's a lie.
$600 on August the 10th.
that's a lie.
All you have to do is show me your bank records. I'm not going to hear you otherwise. Do you
Okay.
understand? Because, Ms. Romero, I'm explaining it to you carefully. Your grandmother lived there for 15 years.
I understand, but
she
it
never
was
had
never
she
fixed.
never had
So, yeah.
a rent dispute with them. Which
She
suggest-
never, Judge Judy, honestly, because he
No, don't
talks
tell
to
me.
my grandmother
Don't tell me.
badly.
Listen to me.
So,
Don't
yeah.
tell me honestly. Your grandmother, does she still live there?
She's still there because
Just a second.
she's
Don't tell me
afraid to
because.
move.
I don't
Yeah.
want to know because your mother says she would not let her mother live
How
in.
would you
just to,
let her
she
know
wouldn't let her mother live
how
in
she
a
lives?
situation that was untenable. So your grandmother is still there. They've never moved to evict them, which means there's nothing to suggest, even in your family history, that they're trying to get over. How much rent does her grandmother pay?
She pays $850
She's
a
on
month.
Section 8, so she doesn't pay very much at all. She's on housing.
How much does she owe you?
$4,400.
Do you have any proof that you made those payments in the amount of $4,400?
I don't owe him that because on here it says I only owe $800 and $200 was from December that I owed and $800 here. This is a 3-day notice he gave to me after he harassed me and my mom.
Judgment for the
who is
plaintiff
sick.
in the amount of $4,400. We're done.